Christy, Real Clever Food from New York, also Uni Ambassador. I'm here to talk about why being a woman in pizza is really special to me. It's super special to me because I want people to see that there are so many talented, great women pizza makers out there. Actually, I created Women's Pizza Month to celebrate those women. Often I was asked, why aren't there that many women making pizza? You know what? There's a ton of talented and amazing women pizza makers out there. And that's why I started Women's Pizza Month, to bring some attention to them, recognition, and respect that they deserve. There's just so many women out there, and I want them to be seen. Also, I want to talk about one of my earliest pizza memories, and that actually didn't involve a woman at all. It involved my grandfather Angelo, who unfortunately is no longer with me, but he is with me when I make my pizza. I remember when I was a little girl, I could barely see over the kitchen counter, and I'd stand on the step and I'd be there right with him, and he'd teach me the techniques and the skills. But more importantly, he taught me the passion. And I truly believe to this day that the most important ingredient is passion. If you want to make the best pizza, you need passion. And that's what I'd like to bring to the pizza community, is that shared love and passion for pizza, to celebrate together, men and women. There's so many talented people out there, and they all deserve to be celebrated and recognized. And I want to thank you guys. You guys have been so great to me in the pizza community, and I hope I could be awesome back to you guys. Thanks again. Bye.
Hi, it's Claire Cavalli-Cipardi from Brick and Wood here in Fairfield, Connecticut, and I'm going to be answering the 6 questions for women in pizza.
What does being a woman in pizza mean to you?
So being a woman in pizza means that I can deliver what is special and meaningful to me, and that is a taste of Naples right here in Fairfield, Connecticut. It's bringing my traditions growing up and being able to give that to my consumer, and that they can enjoy the same taste and flavors that I had growing up. And being a woman, especially in a field that is specifically a majority of males, it's a good feeling to be able to have a very successful business doing that.
How did you find yourself on the pizza road? What was your journey like?
So my journey began about 13 years ago with my husband Paolo at the time, and he grew up in the pizza restaurant business, and his dream was always to open up a Neapolitan pizza place. And he was from Rome and I'm from Naples, so it was my family's background with his family's background. We came together and we created what was down in Dallas, Texas, known as Cavalli Pizza, and we opened that 13 years ago. And we got best pizza in Dallas after being open for 6 months, and then our journey just kept continuing, and we moved up to Fairfield in 2012, and we decided to open up Brick and Wood in 2014, and it's been a journey ever since.
What does your experience in the pizza industry been like?
The pizza industry has its ups and downs, but overall I truly enjoy making pizza, especially Neapolitan pizza. It's my tradition, it's my family heritage, it's my background, and it's wonderful to be able to bring that heritage to a small town in Connecticut.
What is one of your favorite pizza memories?
Oh boy. I'd have to say probably one of my favorite pizza memories is just lighting up the wood-fired oven for the very first time, and just seeing that amazing venue, just the oven lighting up and giving you that excitement that this is all about to happen.
What is something you learned on your pizza journey?
I learned that you're never going to make everybody happy, but you are going to satisfy the people that truly enjoy what you're giving to them, and to just know that as long as you're doing what you put 100% into and you love it and you have all passion for it, you'll be successful. And that's where our motto comes: love life and pizza. You gotta love it and you'll be successful.
What are your hopes for the future?
So the future, I don't know what it holds for me, but I hope it holds a lot of success and happiness for our family and friends, and for this neighborhood. So thank you very much, and I appreciate the opportunity to be part of Women in Pizza.
Hey guys, How could I not love pizza? Being a Napolitan, Italian American, living in New York City, it's my birthright and my residence right. I am by no means a professional pizzaiola or pizza chef unless you consider the industry being my home, but I do love to make pizza. It's my passion. And to me, it's kind of a little bit like parenting. You nurture the dough every step of the way, and you take your time with it and you do your best. And there's no perfection, right? We can't predict the outcome as parents. But what we do is we treasure our creation because it's ours and it always will be. And I think we can only learn from other pizza chefs and pizzaiolos and pizzaiolas to perfect our craft. And whatever happens, we're constantly learning. We're constantly students. So I am hoping that the future brings further collaborations, more enlightenment, more experience, and more pizza.
Being a woman in pizza means being myself. It's about celebrating everything that makes me different as a person and allows me to make unique pizzas. My hope is that by being myself, I can give others the courage to come forth and make amazing pizzas that only they can make.
What being a woman in the pizza industry means to me is that I believe that we're all trailblazers. There's room for every woman in the man's table. We're ready to do this. We got this. How I found myself in the pizza road is that I applied to be a cashier at a pizzeria, but I had other interests. I wanted to make pizza, and my boss believed in me, and he taught me everything, and here I am with my own pizzeria in Laredo, Texas. My experience in the pizza industry has been crazy. I opened up during a pandemic on June 2020. I never thought it would be this busy, but I'm very thankful and I'm excited because I'm a local businesswoman. My hopes for the future are that I inspire more women to become local business owners, to follow their dreams, to do what they want, and to never give up and always believe in yourself.
What does being a woman in the pizza industry mean to me? That we are taking center stage in a mainly male-dominated industry and proving that we're just as good as men. How did I get started on the road to pizza? I took over from my father with many concerns from friends and family, but I proved them wrong and I'm still here today. What has my experience so far been in this business? Very exhausting, challenging, every day is learning, but for the most part rewarding. I get to come to work and create my own legacy. What are my hopes for the future? To expand my business and to improve my ways. But for the most part, I would like to see more and more women in this industry.
Hey, this is Melissa Rickman with Holy Stromboli in Fort Lupton, Colorado. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of the New York Pizza Festival. What does it mean for me to be a woman in pizza? I think this is an amazing opportunity to inspire young women to be a part of such a dynamic industry. It's been such a male-dominated field for so many years, and I'm so proud and so excited to see how many of us are finally getting the chutzpah to get in there and follow our dreams. And I think if we can inspire the younger generations of women to not be afraid and not feel like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do it or not, but to stand up and say, this is what I want to do. And I think it transcends pizza too, right? Chefs, but be a firefighter, be an astronaut, be whatever you think it is that is so outlandish or unachievable, because you can do it and go for it. So for me, it's just such a meaningful opportunity and a great business to be a part of. Funny story about how I found myself in the pizza business. I didn't really find myself there. I just knew I wanted to be there. And my journey started, I think I was about 18, and I was sitting on my mom's couch. No, I was 16. I was sitting on my mom's couch, and I was watching Food Network, and I saw Tony G and Joe Carlucci, and they were competing for the world's highest toss of pizza dough. It was the World Pizza Games, and I was blown away. I thought, I can't believe that this is a thing. You know, pizza's my favorite food anyway, but I was just mesmerized by this thing that they were doing. And so I said to myself one day, I want to be there. I want to go to Pizza Expo and I want to learn all about pizza. And I think, you know, as a young woman, especially back when I was that age, there's so much emphasis on getting married, having a career, having kids, raising a family, that really just became such a far off thing, right? It just didn't seem like it was going to happen for me. I kind of lost touch with it. But my whole life, I just loved to cook. I loved to entertain. And my mom always made, I grew up on the East Coast, and my mom always made stromboli. It's something that's really, as you guys know, is a New York thing. You walk into any pizzeria and you're going to find slice, right? And then you're going to find stromboli. And so my mom always made them at home. And I used to tell her, Mom, you should sell these. And she would just kind of say, no, that's just something I make for us here at home. But I really became obsessed with them as well as pizza. And so anytime I had the opportunity, that's what I did. I entertained, and I tried all kinds of different stromboli. And, you know, fast forward, I was in corporate America for, 15, 20 years. And I just wasn't finding my place in the world. I felt like I wanted to make a difference in the world. And so I tried lots of things. I stayed in corporate America. I worked at a hospital in the ER at night, and thinking that, I'm going to help people. I'm going to change the world, right? And lo and behold, I did not. And I remember sitting at my desk thinking, is this all the world has to offer for me? Is this it? And luckily, I had the opportunity to cater a luncheon for my team. I was a mid-level manager, and I asked my boss, I said, I want to cater lunch for these guys. Morale's kind of low, whatnot. And, I had a great time. I enjoyed it so much. And my boss called me in his office later, and I thought I was going to be in trouble because I've spent too much money on this, this luncheon. And he just was in awe. And he was like, what was this? Like, what on earth did you just do? And he's like, there's this fire in your belly that I've not seen before. And I told him, I want to own my own restaurant one day. And I would call it Holy Stromboli. And not too long after that, I got laid off. We were having, it was like the financial crash of 2008, I think, as a matter of fact. And he said, you have got a fire in your belly for this. I've never seen this come out in you. And so he laid me off, and I was like, wow, I'm glad you feel good about laying me off. But when I got home, my husband Eric said to me, not everybody's boss would send them away with that message, and you clearly made an imprint on him, but you haven't shut up about this pizzeria restaurant thing since I've known you. You've always talked about it, and so maybe this is the time. So in the middle of an economic depression, and when restaurants were going out of business left and right, we decided to open Holy Stromboli. And 3 years before we ever opened the restaurant, we started going to Pizza Expo. And when I went to my first expo, I just knew this was my place. This is where I was supposed to be. And I haven't looked back. My experience in the pizza industry has been a dream come true. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's hard, right? We all know owning a restaurant is sometimes like stubbing your toe on the same piece of furniture every morning. You're like, oh God, the cook called out, or the dishwasher didn't show up, or, whatever our challenges are. I think they're all the same. But once you get past that and you realize all the amazing things that we get to experience and do, and what's open to us. I actually met a guy on the plane a couple days ago, and he was a restaurant owner, and of course we struck up conversation, and he said to me, do you love it? And I, without thinking twice, without missing a beat, I said, I wouldn't do anything else. The pizza business is just, it's I think it gets in your blood, it's in your soul. And I think what I love about this industry most is everybody's willingness to help each other. I remember when Eric and I first decided we were going to open a pizzeria, we would go to restaurants and we'd kind of be peeking in the back trying to see what kind of mixer they had or what kind of oven they had. And inevitably, the owner would come out and go, "Can I help you?" And we would say, "Well, we're just thinking about opening a pizzeria." And he'd be like, "Oh my God, come back. Let me show you my ovens. Let me show you how we make dough. Let me show you, let me show you, let me show you." And I think it's the very same way within our pizza team and our pizza community. And I don't think you find that in every industry. I don't see steakhouse owners going, "Hey, let me show you how I make this really great steak," right? I can't imagine myself doing anything else.
Hi, my name is Maya Anita. I am the owner of Franny's Pizzeria and Restaurant in Highlands, New Jersey, as well as Dynamo in Richmond, Virginia. What does being a woman in pizza mean to me? Well, certainly when I came up and got started, my mentors were male and most of the people in the pizza field were male. I would regularly, when I opened up my first restaurant, get questions about which one of the partners was my husband or who was my dad. I still get that. But it's neither here nor there to me anymore. I see so many women with businesses of their own. And now as a mom of 2 daughters, I bring them to work with me and they see their mom hustling. They see everybody working. And it's important to me that they just see that hard work ethic, male, female. No matter what it is, they're seeing that I'm doing something that I love, that I'm sharing my love of food with our community. And really, that's the most important part to me.
Hello there, this is Sophia from the Atlanta Pizza Truck. Pizza is not only my job, but it's also my passion. I love pizza and I love being a woman in pizza. For me, it's something very special. It's like my dream came true. I was not expecting to make pizza at first. However, my husband had the idea to bring this truck directly from Italy, and we decided to start our catering company. It's been such a rewarding journey. I've learned a lot since we started this business. It's been a whole life experience. Definitely one of my favorite pizza memories was when I was learning how to make pizza. Alessio, my husband, was teaching me how to stretch, and we were just like making a lot of mess, but it was like a great memory that we were creating over there. So that was like my first experience and also one of my favorite ones. I've learned to be patient because you have to be gentle with the pizza, but I've also learned that it's very important to be creative in this business because there's already a lot of pizzas, but you have to give a little touch of yourself when you're making something. My hope for the future is that we can bring our pizza everywhere in the country. I would love to share this with way more people. I will say Naples. I learned everything that I know from my husband, and he's from Naples and he really knows a lot, so it's been awesome. I will say avocado. I know it sounds weird because it's not something that always combined with pizza. However, we made a pizza with avocado sauce on the base and it's very, very good, so people will not imagine that this is such a nice topping. Bye. I hope you like my answers.
My name is Yani, your favorite pizza girl, and being a woman in pizza means to me that I get to be the positive role model in my daughter's life, and I get a chance to show and prove that, you know, women can equally contribute in the workforce, in the kitchen, and as a pizza maker. After having my 3rd daughter, I struggled with, you know, finding my identity outside of being a mom and outside of being a wife and staying home. And I've dealt with, you know, some of my postpartum depression. And I also wanted to help contribute financially to my home and my family and keep my mind busy. And so my husband at the time worked inside of a car wash, and inside that car wash was a pizzeria. And around the same time, you know, they needed some help, and I helped them out in the front, and I delivered pizza. And I got hired as that. A few years later, they opened a second location, and I knew more about the ins and outs, prep, and stuff like that. So I got more responsibility, and I was asked to step up and become a pizza maker, and I did it. And I was nervous at first. I was like, no, I don't want to always be, like super busy. I thought it was just going to be harder. And I remember Robert Jeter, who was my mentor and is my mentor, and he taught me how to make pizza. He said, you learn how to make pizza, you can take this into any other pizzeria and you become more valuable. And I was like, okay, I want to be valuable. I want to be important where I work. So I started making pizza, and I loved it. I fell in love with it, and that's how I became a pizza maker. Pizza came to me at a time where I needed to learn stability and consistency, and I also ended up learning to be passionate about something, and that's what pizza means to me. I learned that it gave me an identity. I was able to create a legacy, or create something to leave and contribute, and to leave for my daughters, and I want to be able to leave that for them. I want to continue to inspire my daughters so that they can inspire other women and their daughters to inspire women, and it just a trickle effect that women can also contribute a variety of talents, and contribute in taking care of our families and our loved ones, and continue, start a tradition. And I hope that they continue the tradition and continue to be inspiring and motivating to other women and men and people and kids, whoever they meet or whoever comes into the shop. And of course, keep making yummy pizza. But that's a little my story on how what it means to me to be a woman in pizza, and what I've learned, and my journey. And I hope you guys like it. Thank you.